swear on everything. I swear on everything that I love. I am not dealing with this man no more ever again in my life. I have went through so much trying to love this person. I have went through so much trying to understand this person. I have went through so much. I have suffered so much trying to deal with this man. Why do I keep causing all these problems? Why every time I say I don't want something being done to me, I get in trouble for it? Why does it start a fight? Why do they say these things?
This story is incredibly difficult to even talk about. Bhad Bhabie, whose real name is Danielle Bregoli, has been through a lot in the public eye. But what she's experiencing now with her ex, Levon, is beyond tragic. For years, there were issues of cheating, and now the situation has escalated into something so dangerous that people are shocked she even made it out alive. Regardless of how anyone feels about her music or her internet past, this is real life. She's a young mom with a daughter, and no woman deserves to go through what she's describing. Instead of taking accountability, Levon went online, denied everything, and hurled disgusting accusations at her, calling her crazy and trying to flip the blame back onto her. Sadly, that wasn't even the worst part. What happened when she became pregnant and later miscarried made this story even more heartbreaking, completely changing the way people view Levon. According to Bhad Bhabie herself, during their 3-year relationship, he allegedly hit her over 500 times, and as if that wasn't already horrific, she also revealed that he spat in her face.
I feel like this, living with Levon and living with my mom. When I was younger, I would question myself all the time, like, what's wrong with me? Why do I keep causing all these problems? Why every time I say I don't want something being done to me, I get in trouble for it? Why does it start a fight? Why do they say these things to me? And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And I feel like Levon has been trying to train me to shut up and deal with it.
It's one thing to argue in a relationship, and even dealing with constant cheating is painful on its own. But when someone repeatedly puts their hands on you, that's not a relationship anymore. That's abuse. Danielle reminded people this wasn't anything new. She had previously shared home surveillance footage that appeared to show Levon getting physical with her. This wasn't a sudden claim. There was a pattern, and it had been going on for years. Instead of apologizing or taking accountability, Levon went straight to Instagram to defend himself, and what he said only made things worse. He mocked her, called her crazy, claimed she had schizophrenia, and even laughed about the entire situation as if it were just drama for clout. He wrote things like, "You go viral for ish when you mention me, and you're the craziest B-word we know." That alone showed how little respect he had for her. Because when you're accused of abuse, the first response should never be to publicly mock the victim. Unfortunately, this was just the beginning. The most heartbreaking part came when Danielle revealed what happened during her pregnancy. In an emotional video, she explained how, while out with Levon, she began feeling pain in her lower back and other symptoms that felt like contractions. Already a mom to their daughter, Kay Rose, she knew something was wrong. Soon after, she realized she was bleeding and understood that she had miscarried. Losing a pregnancy is devastating enough, but what hurt her the most was Levon's reaction. Instead of offering care or even basic sympathy, he brushed it off the very next day and cruelly called it a free abortion.
Sitting there crying, I'm in so much pain, my stomach keeps like, it feel like I'm having contractions, like, and I can say that because I had a baby, I know what they feel like it was all like in our lower back and right here, it was just hurting so bad. And I see him, he was like hiding in the bushes, like I could not see him. Now I see him walking across the Ventura, walking across the car, and I stand up and I go, Levon, get in the car, and then I go like this and I'm like, oh, Levon, like, and I had already had some light spotting, and my doctor had told me that was normal, and to keep a liner on to see how much blood like comes out, so you know if you have to like go to the doctor or not, because you could have spotting in early pregnancy. And she said just to monitor it with a liner. So it was like very, very, like this was like a big clot of blood, and I could see the little seed thing. Sees the blood, he's like, then he gets in the car. He's quiet for a little while, and I'm just driving home and I'm crying.
And that honestly is beyond cruel. especially because Danielle made it very clear she never once considered abortion as an option. To her, this was a real baby, a life she was grieving, and for him to respond as if it didn't matter completely shattered her. She admitted she was already under intense stress, and his reaction only deepened her pain. This wasn't just about losing a pregnancy. It was about realizing that the person she was with had zero empathy for her as a woman and as the mother of his child. The way he handled himself afterward made everything even worse. Instead of showing remorse or staying quiet, Levon went online again. On his Instagram stories, he posted the word schizophrenia followed by laughing emojis, then wrote things like whoop-de-doo, as if losing a pregnancy was nothing more than a joke. But the moment that really shook people was the video he shared. It showed Danielle crying, screaming, and clinging onto the hood of a car as it jerked forward. She nearly slipped off while the car was moving, and he had even added the trending Jet to Holiday audio clip in the background, framing her pain and desperation like some kind of meme.
Jenny, get off the car. Are you even staying?
Free Child Place holidays available with 22 kilos.
And here's the part that made people even more furious, because that wasn't even his car. It was Bhad Bhabie's car, which means not only was he mocking her pain, but he was also using her own property to twist the story and make it look like she was the unstable one. That detail completely flipped the narrative, exposing just how manipulative his actions really were and leaving people outraged at the way he tried to spin the situation.
When it got the whole clip of that video, I looked up, I said, no, tell them why I'm on the car. I'm not trying to stop you from leaving. You could go get an Uber, go get your own car and leave. You're not leaving in my car. I wanted him to leave. I didn't want him to leave in my car.
That is textbook manipulation, if you ask me. After the miscarriage and his heartless reaction, Bhad Bhabie finally reached her breaking point. She went live, visibly emotional, and told her fans that she was done with him. She explained that he doesn't respect her boundaries, doesn't care about her feelings, and after everything she's endured, she simply couldn't keep going back.
Y'all, I swear on everything that I love, I am not dealing with this man no more ever again in my life. I have went through so much shit trying to love this person. I went through so much shit trying to understand this person. I have went through so much shit. I have suffered so much trying to deal with this man. I have to explain my way of thinking. Yo, bro.
And this wasn't her lashing out for attention, it was real pain. She cried through her words, saying she's suffered enough and that this time she is truly serious about walking away. That kind of raw emotion doesn't come from clout chasing. It comes from years of carrying trauma and finally reaching the point where you can't do it anymore. For so long, their relationship was a cycle of breaking up and making up, but this time it felt different. And if anyone needed more proof of how bad the situation really is, just look at who stepped in. Alabama Barker. Now, let's be real. Bhad Bhabie and Alabama haven't exactly been close. In fact, not too long ago, the two had their own messy back and forth online, throwing shade at each other and even taking shots in diss tracks.
After finding out that my boyfriend was cheating on me, my baby daddy was cheating on me. Girl, I just had a famous girl DM me 2 hours ago saying, oh yeah, she hit up my boyfriend as soon as I posted him. Like, this is something that this girl does. So even though Levon is in the wrong, Alabama's even wronger because a man gonna be a man, but bitch, you call yourself my friend. Like,
if there's anyone you wouldn't expect to defend Bhad Bhabie, it's Alabama Barker, but that's exactly what she did. Despite their past beef, Alabama called out Levon, saying no woman, especially a mother, deserves the way he treated Danielle. And when even your enemies are siding with you, it speaks volumes. Toxic relationships pull you back over and over, but Danielle has finally reached the point where her peace matters more than history. She made it clear this time is different. She's not recycling the same cycle. Fans showed instant support, praising her strength and reminding her that leaving is power, not weakness. Still, with a child tying them together, Levon's shadow lingers, and the story may not be over just yet.